Hi, hello, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. Let's do a little chit chat, get ready with me, but we're talking all things Italy. If you didn't know, and I know I can't shut up about it, I am hosting 2 group trips to Italy in the next less than 2 months, 2 months at this point, and I am so excited to talk about it and share some new things about the itinerary. We are coming up on a booking deadline, so if you're interested, this is definitely the video to watch. Also, I'm doing my hair and makeup, and I do get questions quite often about that, so we're talking products, how I apply things, all of that. So let's get into it. I wish I would have shown y'all this before I just went and wet it. I just opened this. It's the Sonia Kashuk Makeup Blender Latex Free. I loved the black marble look. This doesn't even fit in this box anymore. Well, okay, it does, but it was so much smaller. It blew up so much, but I needed a new one of these. This is my old one. We are going to toss it. I just put on some more moisturizer too, and then this is the Vacation Mineral SPF 50. It says Shake Shake. I like it. It's decent. Also, the look of it is a little bit, I don't know, like nostalgic. The way that it looks almost like 80s, 90s-ish. I have a sample of this Benefit Professional, and I don't know where my like typical primer, if I were to use one, where it is. So we're gonna try this today. I don't always wear primer. Oh, it feels good. It's like silicone-y feeling. Silicone. Is that even a word? I will link everything for you. Foundation wise, let's go for this Wet n Wild. I prefer the matte version of the Photo Focus foundation, but this color I think is a little bit dark for me. This is the darker one, but I do have the dewy version in golden beige. Wait, they're like completely different tones. You know what? I think we can go with the matte today. This is massive, and I kind of love it. So if you didn't know, I'm hosting 2 group trips to Italy coming up in 70 days, 69 days, or something crazy like that. So the first trip is September 15th through the 22nd, 2025. And then the second trip is directly after that, beginning on September 25th through October 2nd. So it really just depends on what dates you're available and what dates you're interested in going. Also, one of the trips has less available seats left, but all of this is possible thanks to a company called Atomic Trips. That's who we partnered with to go to Ireland for that group trip. I will link those vlogs down below. They have been phenomenal in just working with me on dates and all of the questions I have and all of the questions y'all have that I will relay to them. And it's just been such a fun experience to get to work with them. And I'm so excited that we get to do it again. We actually had so many people interested in the Italy trip. That's why we ended up doing 2 trips, but they go all sorts of places. They do a Paris, Belgium route, obviously Ireland, obviously Italy. And I think they're looking to add some more locations. They're a travel company, but they actually come with you on the trip. So it's not just a travel agent that books everything for you. They will be there with us, which makes me feel so much better, especially this round going somewhere where I don't speak the language. I mean, I've downloaded the Google Translate app and I've been practicing here and there, but it makes me feel so much better to have a group of people. It's Matt, Gabe, and Sabrina, to have a group of people on the ground with us to make sure, number 1, we're safe. Number 2, we hit all of the landmarks, all of the things that we want to see in the allotted time, because otherwise I wouldn't even know where to start. They book our hotels for us. Your meals are included. Again, they are on the ground with us. They actually have also booked tour guides in Italy that speak English to take us to do all of these really fun things. So it's gonna be such a fun trip. I need to bring this down my neck a little bit. It's just a little bit dark, but if I bring it down far enough. I have been walking in the mornings and I wear shorts when I walk. My face may be a little bit more pale because I do wear sunblock and a hat and everything. I don't always wear concealer, but I bought this recently. Well, not even really recently. You can see how much I've used, but I do really like it. It's the L'Oreal True Match Radiant Serum Concealer. For the sake of this, we'll just go on and do what I call full glam. So where are we going? We will land in Rome, spend a few days there. We go to Florence for a few days. We wrap it up in Venice, but there's so much free time built in that several people that are going have already booked additional excursions that they want to do, like things that they want to see while we're there. But we're doing a ton with the Atomic Trips team. If you didn't book anything extra, I think that your vacation will still be packed. Actually, let me pull it up and we'll talk about what we're doing. Oh my gosh, it says 69 days until I leave. I really like this makeup sponge. I feel like it's done a really great job. Also, by the way, both trips are exactly the same. So if you choose one date over the other, you're not missing out on anything. Day 1, we all land in Rome. There is a VIP package option. If you want to arrive a day earlier and stay an additional day, then Atomic Trips will cover your hotels and your transport to and from the hotel, like that sort of thing. But let's just say for the sake of it that you're arriving on the 15th for trip number 1, which begins again on September 15th. So we're all flying into Rome. A member of the Atomic Trips team will be there to greet you. This is just the Milani Cheek Kiss in 110 Hey Honey. I'm using the butt of this sponge. Okay, so someone will meet you from the Atomic Trips team. Hi, welcome. We're so glad you're here. And then they will whisk you off into a vehicle where you will arrive at the hotel. There you'll check in. You can leave the hotel, do whatever it is that you want to do, because the trip doesn't actually start until dinner that night. And that worked out really great for us when we did the Italy trip, because we had several people arriving early, some people arriving later. We even had Liz. Hi, if you're watching this, Liz is coming to Italy too. Her flight got delayed. I don't even know. She showed up so late. Like, we were already at the pub crawl in Ireland when she showed up, and Gabe left the pub crawl, picked her up at the airport, let her drop her stuff off, and then brought her to the pub crawl so that she could join us. All of that to say, someone will be there to greet you and make sure you get to the hotel when you need to be. And then dinner is our first like official kickoff to the group trip. That is the first night. So first night would be September 15th, and then for the second trip would be September 25th. Once you join the trip too, you'll have access to the app and a WhatsApp group chat. So you'll be able to see in more detail the restaurants we're going to, the trains we're taking. Also, we've been chatting quite a bit about outfits and what are you bringing and how are we gonna fit all of these things in. I think we've decided to bring swimsuits, though we don't exactly know when that swimsuit attire will happen for us. But again, as I'll go throughout this like itinerary, you'll see that we do have quite a bit of free time built in. And I feel like we would all be upset if we didn't bring swimsuits. So kick off dinner at 7 p.m. and then we go to a bar crawl in Rome. I'm hoping by then that everyone will have had enough time to get to their hotel, change clothes if you want to, maybe rest a little bit. I know the flights are pretty long for most people, pretty much everybody. Brian and I are actually arriving in Rome a couple of days before the trip starts. I'm just worried that that jet lag is gonna get to me and I wanna have the best time. I usually use this Laura Mercier translucent loose setting powder. This is the mini. It is a little bit pricey, but I really like this. But I also have this airspun one, and this was so popular back in the day, and I feel like maybe not in this moment on social media, but it did have a moment recently and I bought it. And you get it at Walmart for like less than $5. I don't know, it's something crazy like that. But I got the honey beige. I don't know if I've ever used it. Oh, I can smell it. I'm gonna put a little bit in this lid, tap out my under eyes. And then I have these Morphe brushes and I'm just gonna take a little bit and swipe it here. I had a dream last night that Laura Mercier, like I took a bunch of pictures with flash and I was like raccoon eyes, but white. I don't know if that's the case because I do wear it pretty often, but I also don't use flash. I mean, like here I have a light, but that's a little bit different than a camera flash. It smells very strong. It does say that it's talc free though. Let me just take a picture with flash and we'll test it out. Okay, there's no like white cast or anything. I'll put the picture here. Okay, yay. I like that. I get sidetracked very easy. Okay, day 2, which would be September 16th for trip 1, would be September 26th for trip 2. Let me spray a little bit of this Morphe Jumbo Continuous Setting Mist. All right, day 2, we wake up, we all have breakfast together. So it's the majority of the time, 3 meals per day on this trip are included in what you pay. All the excursions that we do with the Atomic Trips team is also included. Now there are a couple of days where lunch or dinner is not, which is like a free afternoon or a free day, then those meals are not included, but you'll get all that information too from the website. I'll link it down below for you. So day 2, we wake up, have breakfast at our hotel in Rome, and then we do a walking tour of the Colosseum and the Roman Forum. I know you know exactly what this looks like, but have you seen it in person? Because I have not. Maybe you have, okay? But I have not, and I'm so excited. This is the MAC Art Library palette in the nude model. I should have set my eyelids. Maybe this eyeshadow will do that for me. I'm just taking the shades Shroom and Drop the Robe, mix those two together and kind of just slap it all over my eyelid. I'll also take a little bit and put it under my eyes. And then I'm going to take this random white brush. It doesn't even have a logo on it anymore, but I'm pretty sure it's e.l.f. And I'm just gonna brush, like buff out the edges so that it's not a super harsh edge. Then I'm taking this tiny little brush and I'm going in LES Artiste. And this is what I do for eyeliner. I'm not very good at liquid eyeliner, but I can do like a line with eyeshadow. So a few hours for the Colosseum and the Roman Forum. We will be stopping for tons of gelato on this trip. I've never had gelato. I don't even like not even fake gelato in my hometown. I've never had it, period. So I'm so excited that the first time we'll be in Italy, like real gelato. I've actually been holding off purposefully. Like once I found out I was going on this trip, I was like, there's no way that I'm gonna spoil it and have fake gelato when I could wait and have real gelato. So we'll stop for gelato and then we all will have lunch together in Rome. There's also a ton of walking on this trip. So I've been testing out a pair of like New Balance tennis shoes. And I think so far they're doing pretty good. I just want to have a good grasp on how they feel, make sure they don't hurt my feet, cause blisters, anything like that. I'm just taking this random brush and buffing out this eyeshadow. That looks pretty good. I think I am gonna add a little bit of powder blush. This is the Pat McGrath Labs in the shade Desert Orchid. After lunch, you have a couple of options. You can go back to the hotel and rest, which I feel like the majority of people will do. It's gonna be hot. Again, you're walking a lot. You can also explore on your own if you want, and then we will meet up for dinner on night 2. I feel like too, I wanna keep saying an authentic Italian dinner, but I don't know what the alternative would be because we are literally in Italy. I guess we could end up going to like a tourist trappy type location, which we will not be doing, by the way. The Atomic Trips team, we'll be their second and then third, because we have 2 trips, second and third time going on a group trip to Italy. The first one was actually a request from a previous trip. They were able to get it all together and take them, and it looked incredible, which you're seeing a lot of the video from that trip in this video. So they have thoroughly vetted all of the locations to make sure that we're getting like a true authentic experience. Day 3, which is September 17th and September 27th, we will wake up early in the morning, hop on a train to Florence. We will all have breakfast and lunch together on day 3. It is a bit of free time, but Matt has put together this really cool tour of some of the things near our hotel, like walkable distance in Florence. So we'll do that. I know a couple of people have actually booked alternative things to do, so that's kind of an option for day 3. But because day 3 has turned into a bit of an optional day, either go with Matt or do some things on your own, we're having the coolest dinner experience. I don't want to spoil it and tell you what it is, but it's gonna be fun. Fenty Beauty highlight in the shade Girl Next Door and Chic Freak. It's the Kilowatt one. Just taking a little bit of both sides. You can see this one's my favorite. Day 4 is Pisa. Now you can optionally take those stairs all the way to the top if you want to. I have been forewarned that there is no AC, there's no ventilation, there is no airflow. The stairs are tiny. If it's anything like the Blarney Castle, when you walk up the castle to kiss the stone in Ireland, not me, okay? I skipped on that. I made it like 3 steps into the Blarney Castle and I opted to turn around. In front of me was Brooke and Jason, and they're also coming with us to Italy on trip 1. But Jason is very tall, okay? And when I saw him hunch over, back out. Like, everybody get out of the way. Let me get out of here. Because I thought, okay, I have broad shoulders. Like, I'm not doing it. I did get some fun video of like Brian. He didn't chicken out like I did. I'm just putting it out there that I most likely will not be joining the groups to hike up to the top. Day 4 is a group dinner. So we will all have dinner together, but day 5, we wake up and take a train to Venice. I might be most excited about Venice. You know, it's on the water. We like water taxi in. I'm so excited to see our hotel. I know what hotels I'm staying in, so I'm just excited to see them in person. And they're all like beautiful, historical, like looking out the windows. It's just insanely beautiful. Candace is actually going with me on trip 2. I didn't even tell y'all that. Have I said that yet in this video anyways? So trip 1, September 15th through the 22nd is Brian and I. And then the second trip, they're flying Candace in. Brian will go home, Candace will come in for the September 25th through October 2nd trip. This is the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. So train ride into Venice, drop everything off at the hotel. We'll do a little guided tour of Venice, like a walking history type tour. And then we will all meet for a group dinner. And I know I said like gelato, we're having a ton of gelato. There's like food tours. We're doing a pasta making class. There is some like wine tasting situations happening. I know several of the people going are huge wine connoisseurs. So I'm hoping that they find a new type of wine that they love. Maybe even me. I'm not a huge red wine drinker, but I do like Moscato and stuff. So maybe Italy will change my mind about red wine. I'm doing 2 coats of this mascara. So yeah, we do have some really cool things built into the trip. All right, let's go to day 6. Day 6, we are in Venice for the entire day, and that is a breakfast together type trip, but then your entire day is free. Again, I know several people have things booked, but what I want to do is, I've seen so many thrifting, shopping type videos. I want to find some really cool, unique souvenirs, almost like jewelry type things, like necklaces, bracelet, maybe even some cool shoes, just things that I can't get here that I can only get over there. I have this little fan and I like to dry my lashes and kind of hold them up so that they'll stay curled. My lashes tend to just be straight. I've also seen so many TikToks of people buying leather bags or goods, I guess in general, in Florence. And there's so many shops that will stamp or engrave your initials, really whatever you want, I would assume. But I've seen the bags, like cute little handbags where people get their initials engraved on them. And it's such a unique type souvenir. So I want to do something like that for sure. I've also seen different shops, again on TikTok, where you go and make like charm bracelets, and it's these very like vintage looking charms, rocks, gems, I guess, like pieces, and you build your own jewelry, necklace, bracelet, whatever the case may be. I want to do stuff like that. Eyebrows, I'm going in with the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. I'm just using the little spoolie side. Sometimes I will fill in my brows with the other side. The color is taupe. I really haven't been doing that lately. Then I have this NYX Control Freak Clear Eyebrow Gel. I saw Candace the other day and she said she was concerned about this day because it's a free day, like we have breakfast together, but then we're kind of on our own. She's like, what are we gonna do? And I was like, Candace, we do literally whatever we want to do. We need to look up and see what some of the other people in our group are doing. I know that some are doing, again, like the leather type tours. I know one person is doing a create your own perfume little tour. I think that would be really fun. For sure, the gondola, we will be doing that. I'm gonna put a little bit of mascara on the bottom. I guess I'll move on to curling my hair. I feel like I'm missing a step, but I don't actually know what it is because I've just been yapping the whole time to y'all. But my makeup looks really good. Like maybe that's the trick, is I need to talk on the phone or talk to y'all or something while I do it, because I feel like it looks really good. This is the Hot Tools. I'm pretty sure it's a 1 1/4, maybe 1 1/2. This is what it looks like. I already washed and blow dried my hair this morning. I went on a very long walk and it was so hot. It was like 6 o'clock in the morning. It was still so hot. I've been loving this heat protectant. This is actually the second one that I purchased. Tresemme Protecting Heat Styling Spray, but I like the little, so I use my thumb. And it's so easy. I used a hair mask in the shower, and then I used this Amika Hydro Rush Intense Moisture Leave-In Conditioner, and then I'm using this as a heat protectant. I got my hair done, and I feel like the bleach was left on just slightly too long. It's a little bit rough. I did get a trim though. I'm very happy about that. Day 7 is the second to last day of our trip. We'll all have breakfast in the hotel together, and then we'll do a little museum tour in Venice. Again, there's just so many things to see, and I love that we're spending a couple days in each location, but I feel like Atomic Trips has done a really great job of fitting in the high points of what we really want to see. I'm just taking sections about that thick, clip it in and curl it away from my face. And on night 7 is our official farewell dinner in Venice. It's just gonna be beautiful. I know it already. I've been watching the live video on YouTube. It's like 6 or maybe 5 or 6 different cameras that just filter through locations in Venice, and it's all live. And I swear every single morning I go in there, grab my coffee, open my computer to work, and I'll turn it on and it just plays in the background on TV. It's on YouTube. I'll link it down below for you. It's typically a nicer dinner. We dress up a little bit for it. Everybody's very well acquainted with each other at that point. So it's just fun to get to hang out with new friends that you've made. The entire trip as well, Atomic Trips, Matt is a professional photographer and he will be taking our pictures in tons of locations. So you don't have to worry about every place I go, it's gonna be a selfie. Like, he is there, and they're professional quality photos. So not like iPhone photos. He does a really great job of finding the cool locations and backgrounds. So you'll have all of those like free. It's included in what you pay to come on the trip. Day 8, which is the final day of the trip, we all wake up in Venice. We will train it back to Rome. If you did not purchase VIP, then they will take you straight to the airport. If you did purchase VIP, you will go stay at a hotel near the airport for that night. But the good thing is we get back to Rome noon, maybe before noon. So if you did get the VIP, check into the hotel, drop your luggage, and you have an entire day to explore and take more pictures and eat more food and see more things that either you saw once and want to see again, or you didn't get to see. Again, I know Brian and I are flying in early, and then Candace and I are doing VIP, so we don't fly out until October 3rd. Also, how cool of an experience to get to do something like that with my sister. So the total price for this trip is $2,499 per person. That includes everything that we talked about, all of your museum tickets, all of your tours, all of your tour guides, all of the meals that we have as a group, your hotels that we stay in, all of your transfers to and from the hotel, to and from locations that we're going between Venice, Rome, and Florence, your train tickets, all of that stuff, that is all included. To add the VIP is a little bit more money because again, Atomic Trips will cover your hotel a day before and a day after. Don't judge my little bun up here, okay? I'm going through the website to make sure I'm telling you everything. So this says everything's covered, only $24.99, no hidden fees, no last minute upsells, one flat rate covers the entire trip. It does not cover your flights. Local drinking tours, daily excursions, photo shoots, all your hotel bookings, your historical tours, ruins, landmarks, your dining experiences, access to museums. The big thing is the booking window for these trips is closing very soon. You're watching this video, or it goes live anyways, on July 8th. Trip number 1, which again begins on September 15th, the booking window is done. You only have until July 17th to book this trip, which is less than 10 days. For the second trip, which begins on September 25th, the booking closes on July 27th. So this month is the month. If you're interested in going, now is the time to book. I think we have 3 spots open for the first dates. The second dates, we have quite a bit more spaces available. So again, like I said in the beginning, it really just depends on when you're interested in going. Let me look at the trip link because they do payment plans. I just don't know because the booking closes so soon from when you're watching this. I don't know what that payment plan would look like. So it looks like you can do a payment plan still. So you would pay a certain amount today, the day that you book. You would have another payment due in August and then another payment due in September. So you can still split it up. That's 3 payments. Any other questions that you have, let me know in the comment section down below. I will do my very best to answer them. If I don't know the answer, like off the top of my head, I'll reach out to Sabrina with Atomic Trips and try to get more information for you. I feel like I've just been rambling this whole time. I hope I covered all the points. The main point is I want you to come with us. I'm so excited. We do have spots open. Limited booking time. I mentioned all of that. I mentioned the money. Again, the payment plans. I'm surprised that that's still an option this late in the game. We do have single people going too. I feel like that would be a big question. Like if you've never solo traveled or solo travel is your thing, both trips, we do have several single people going. Before I brush it out, I'm going to use this Pantene Pro V Keratin Protect Oil. I cannot find this anywhere for you online. I bought this in Ireland and it has quickly become my favorite hair serum. I tend to have very dry hair already, just naturally dry. And then I bleach it and put a ton of heat on top of that. So it can just get pretty dry, and that product has been so great. All right, that is a wrap on this video. Thank you so much for watching it. Thank you for watching me ramble for however long this ends up being. I hope that you're watching this and you get excited and consider joining me. The Ireland trip was such an epic, incredible, like once in a lifetime experience. And the people, like the friends that I made on that trip, a good majority of them are coming to Italy, and it's just going to be such a fun group. So again, all of the information is linked down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will do my very best to plan more trips with Atomic Trips. I feel like they do the legwork for you, and it's just really nice because I wouldn't even know where to start trying to go to Italy on a trip by myself. It just feels so much safer, and I trust them, and they're familiar with the people in the area and the things that we're doing. And anyway, all of that. I'm just so excited, and I hope that you'll consider coming with us. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, and I will see y'all in my next one. Goodbye.